Hey there, Aquarius. How are you doing this evening? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly reading. This one is going to be for Monday, September 15th through Thursday, September 18th. I will be back, or should be back, on Wednesday to do your bonus readings and get you through the weekend. But they are threatening to pull TikTok down again on Wednesday. So, in case that happens and you don't mind, can you run over to YouTube and subscribe to me there if you get a chance? I'm under Sherilyn's Tarot there as well. That way, I'll still be able to get you through the weekend. Hopefully, they will not pull it down. That would be lovely. But the constant stress of the back and forth with them not being sure is killing me. But anyways, that's the end of that spiel. So, YouTube if you get a chance, and I'm here for now. Let's see. This one's for my Aquariuses. Let's go see what we get. Okay? What you got going on? Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Alrighty, we're starting out with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Alright, followed by the Hermit. And in the challenge position, I've got the Lovers. Okay? So, this is your backstory or your recent past. You're presenting here as the Queen of Pentacles, male or female, doesn't make any difference. It's just an energy. But you are standing firmly in your female here, okay, in the feminine. You are, what are you? You're abundant, you're nurturing, you're grounded, you're realistic. You are the mini Empress, really. You are the one that has it all together, okay? And you are definitely somebody who gives off a sense of home, meaning that when people are around you, they can be their authentic selves. You allow people to be a version of themselves that they can't always be other places, okay? You're very accepting, you're very loving, and you're very wise, and so you know when somebody's being authentic and when they're not, okay? So this is you. That's how you're presenting. It looks like in the recent past, or currently, or whatever, in the recent past, you pulled your energy back out of a situation. Maybe you pulled your energy back out of all the situations. We're talking to Aquarius, so sometimes you're like that. Sometimes you don't want to people, huh? But anyways, you pulled your energy back to reassess different situations. The challenge here is the Lovers. Something about a love situation that has left you, it's left you in hermit mode, and that's where you desire to stay is what it looks like. So, here in the recent past, it looks as though you made your mind up possibly that you weren't going to try again, or you weren't going to be vulnerable again at any rate. That's what I'm getting so far. So let's see where we go from there. Let's keep going. Okay, so that's your past anyways. We couldn't change it if we wanted to. It's already happened. So currently, right now, I have you with the Death card, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. So the Death card is speaking of a transformation. So maybe you were in this shutting love out, that was the end of it, blah, blah, blah mode in the past. Currently, though, you're going through some kind of a transformation. Part of this transformation is some sort of a small love offer that seems to be coming towards you now. And the challenge is the Hierophant. So the challenge is a higher level of commitment, right? Now, you have free will, so you never have to take an offer that comes towards you. But there is definitely a transformation taking place at any rate, right? And I think the transformation is a sense of healing that is coming to you that's taken a long time to come around, okay? Yeah. Whatever happened here in the past, whatever it was in a love situation that caused you to shut it down, shut down shop, no more, whatever. It's definitely getting to a point where it's been healed enough and so that there's a transformation taking place, okay? To try to soften that. Like I said, there's some sort of a small love offer coming towards you currently, but whether or not you take it is up to you. And with the Hierophant, the challenge is whether or not you want to put yourself in a position where there's a commitment, okay? All right, in the near future, where are we going? 8 of Pentacles, Judgment, and the challenge is the 10 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is actually the Sun. Okay, so the undercurrent to this entire reading has to do with the Sun. The Sun can be seen as the happiest card in the deck, okay? Or it can be seen as the card that illuminates things to you. So possibly there were parts of your situation that you weren't seeing clearly, or there were things that you were not allowing yourself to heal, right? But those things have been brought to your attention at this point, and I do believe happiness being the undercurrent here is possible as well. because I think you're striving towards a sense of happiness, which is probably something that hasn't necessarily warmed your face in a while, right? Happiness. But anyways, there we go. So what do we got in the near future? I've got the Eight of Pentacles and Judgment, the challenge being the Ten of Pentacles. For some of you, you are 100% committed to no longer being in a love situation, and that's fine. If that's where you find happiness, then that is fine. Whatever it is that you are 100% committed to is what you are investing in the near future, okay? Judgment here. Judgment's falling out under the small love offer, so I don't think the small love offer is going to stay on the table forever. Okay, you're going to take it or you're not going to take it. If you don't take it, they'll call judgment and they'll go on to something else. Okay, the challenge here being the Ten of Pentacles. There's probably some sort of a sense of emotional and financial security that could be brought into fruition if you were willing to take the love offer, I guess. That should never be a driving force, right? The financial security, but it does look like there's something about that here. Okay. Okay, behind the Sun, I have the Seven of Pentacles and the Moon. So you're left in a position where you have to try to figure out what you want to invest in and how much. How much of yourself are you willing to invest in, into what? With the Moon card, I don't know that you're seeing everything necessarily clearly. So you need to try to get grounded so you can be realistic about what you are deciding to invest in or not to invest in. Okay? All right. We can get like probably 6 more, and then I have to do the days of the week. Let's see where we're at. Oh, this whole TikTok thing's got me thrown. Anyways, come on. Here we go. All right. I've got the Page of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Star. King of Pentacles is the divine counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles. You're definitely dealing with somebody that's in boss energy, this other person involved. And they definitely have a sense of financial security, as do you to some extent, okay? But not to the extent that they do. They really seem to have financial security. The Page of Swords, that is you trying to find clarity as far as the whole situation goes, but you're doing it in a very indirect manner. This is you trying to spy on somebody's social media or ask around or whatever. Go through their phone when they're not looking, that kind of stuff. Like rather than just ask them, you're doing it in an indirect way. With the Star card, you definitely have a sense of hope and faith in the future, as do they. They are very optimistic in their ability to win you over. That's possibly part of what has got them so driven. They like the challenge, I think. Okay, what else we got here? I've got the King of Swords, the Empress, and the Six of Swords. Six of Swords. You feel like this is leading you, as you try to make a decision, just the fact that you're trying to make this decision seems to be causing chaos in your life, and you don't like that. You want a sense of peace. I don't know. It's going to be up to y'all. I got to get to the days of the week. But for a lot of you, you're going to choose to not entertain this, and it has to do with the fact that you feel like you have more peace alone than you would in a relationship. For others of you, you'll go ahead and give this a shot and try to nurture it, but that's up to you. Everybody's different. Monday, you have 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands. You're being incredibly defensive on Monday against some kind of gossip that's coming around. I don't know what that's about. Tuesday, you have 8 of Swords and the Empress. This is you, or the Emperor. This is you being all up in your head over whether or not you want to surrender any kind of control in your life, okay? Because you are fairly comfortable with the control that you have in your life right now. Wednesday, I have the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. This is communication, unexpected communication that makes you feel like you want to walk away from something that's no longer serving you. Thursday, I have the 2 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. You just have a huge sense of imbalance on Thursday, it looks like. With the 4 of Pentacles, you're just trying to hang on to stuff. I don't know. You feel like everything's changing too quickly. You're not sure if you're ready for it, is what it looks like. Okay, Aquarius, not a bad read, really. A bit stressful because you have to make decisions. But other than that, at least you have decisions to make, right? Okay, all right. No matter what the cards say, go out and make it the best week you possibly can. If you made it this far and you don't mind, can you tap the heart or the like, share, follow, whatever. Any of those. Leave a comment. All that helps me out a ton, and I appreciate you greatly. If you're looking for a private reading, just send me a message. I'll get you the details. I'll never reach out to you first if somebody does their fake, a phony, and a fraud. That's not the way it goes. You DM me, I get you the details, we work it out. That's how the only way it goes. I don't have a backup account. That's it. All right. Thank you for everything, you guys. Bye.